You guys want to know why Konami doesn't put Duel Links codes in TCG packs? No, I think I made this joke too many times on my channel. It's not funny anymore. Hey there everyone, my name is Red and this is the War YUGIOH, and today I have for you a very special video for several reasons. Well, to start, because it is the first of hopefully many Sunday discussion videos which I'm gonna be incorporating into my uploads. So last week I ran a Twitter poll asking what you guys wanted to see, and this topic is actually what came in first with an overwhelming reception. So I felt like I really had to deliver on that reception. And this topic, which is Yu-Gi-Oh! As a leftist, allows me to talk about two of my favorite things, which is theorizing about politics and complaining about politics and Yu-Gi-Oh! Another reason is because there isn't a more fitting opportunity to present a new channel mascot. So say hello to Malfi Comrade, and say thanks to Twitter user Genobite Wolf or Witch of the Red Rose, because she did this completely out of nowhere, and I was overwhelmed and I asked her if I could use it, and yeah. So the whole idea and execution, it's because of her. So I'll leave a link to her Twitter down in the description, and be sure to follow her. She does some great custom cards, and yeah, she's an overall great person. And I guess those are the three main reasons. And these videos are going to be more laid back, more like loosely connected thoughts and ideas than a whole concept of a video. So be sure to subscribe if you're into this, but I'll still make memes and funny videos during the weekdays, because those are fun to make and those are shorter and those don't need so many thoughts that I have to, line up what I want to talk about. And yeah, so if you're more into the meme stuff, you can always not watch these videos. And well, if this controversial topic and 2 minutes of introduction haven't lost you yet, be sure to leave a like and a comment, just so I know you enjoy this kind of content. So I got some bullet points of what I want to talk about, but I think I should start with what I mean by leftism. So I know that theories exist and ideologies exist, but those two are not always the same. In fact, let me rephrase that, those two are never the same. So in my understanding of those two concepts, ideology is kind of like the real part of the theory, but it's also much more than that, because it's affected by where you live, where you're from, your race, your age, your family name, your history, the history of many generations before you. And in short, ideology is a worldview, of which theory is a great component, be it consciously or subconsciously. And my problem with theory, like Marxism or anarchism or whatever, the fact that I don't define myself as anything other than leftist, it's because I do not think that theory can ever take into account the other components of ideology. And if it does, it becomes a dogma. And even though dogmaticas have only been out for a week, I am already tired of them. Nice, date in the video is, I think, one of the greatest YouTubing practices I've ever heard of. So in short, I do not believe that anyone can identify themselves with any one theory, and I find myself all the time shifting between more anarchist ideas towards some more communist ideas and more socialist ideas and all that. So I think using an umbrella term like leftist is the best way to go. And you might ask, how does this relate to Yu-Gi-Oh? Isn't this a Yu-Gi-Oh channel, and wasn't this supposed to be a Yu-Gi-Oh as a leftist channel? Yet you still haven't said anything about Yu-Gi-Oh except that really bad joke about dogmaticas. Well, the reasons why I am a leftist are also kind of the same reasons why Yu-Gi-Oh is so important to me. And well, like most of you, I got into Yu-Gi-Oh when I was 7, it was 2003, it was all the rage, except that my country was in a great crisis. Like 40% of the population was poor, middle-class people were robbed of their bank savings, and my family were no exception to all this that was happening. And I remember having those really bad fake cards cards that were like a sticker over a piece of cardboard, and everyone else had more real-looking fake cards. And I remember there being a store which sold like all that you needed for school, and they also sold Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And they had like Joey, Yugi, and Kaiba starter decks that, looking back, I think they were fake, but at the time I thought they were the real deal. And I remember looking at the price and thinking, oh, there's no way my mom is ever gonna buy that for. And a couple of years ago I started to look back into how I got introduced to the whole concept of money, and it was through that particular experience. Yu-Gi-Oh for me has always been intertwined with inequality, and that's mainly because Yu-Gi-Oh and my country's crisis happened at the same time. But things started to look up in 2004, when for the first time ever a quote-unquote socialist party won the elections, and social policies and economic policies were put in action to undo not only the scars of the crisis, but 20 years of neoliberal policy that in turn followed 12 years of a military dictatorship. Of course, sponsored by our favorite country on earth, the United States of America. But that socialist government that won the elections in 2004 actually stayed relatively strong in power until this year, still being the most voted party in our country, but still losing the election. And you might ask, why am I telling you the last 50 years of my country's history? Well, for starters, if you made it this far, you are clearly interested in what I have to say. In which case, I think you should look into seeing a therapist. And because obviously those 15 years actually solidified the country's economy to allow me to play Yu-Gi-Oh, which, as we all know, is a really expensive hobby. And I only actually got to play real Yu-Gi-Oh towards the end of those 15 years. So Yu-Gi-Oh for me is still kind of an analogy to inequality, and I will tell you more about this 15-year parallel in another Sunday discussion video called Why Your Yu-Gi-Oh Fake Cards Have Value, which should be out next Sunday or the Sunday after that. If it is out, it should be appearing in the eye of the screen, so check it out after the video ends. But to not make this video too long, let's just say that Yu-Gi-Oh as an experience has actually shaped my ideology as a leftist. And that actually sounds really stupid to say out loud, but it is true. This whole video has been nothing but honesty, and my leftist ideas are also the reason why I got into YouTube. I mean, look at my channel, Third World Yu-Gi-Oh, what kind of name is that? Like, look into the budget revolution. If that doesn't prove that what I'm saying is true, then what will? The whole idea of playing Yu-Gi-Oh on a budget and having budget tax and everything, even if we don't realize it, is about erasing the inequalities in capitalism. Because not everyone has the same amount of money to spend on cardboard, because the capitalist system is fucked up. And even if we see Yu-Gi-Oh as escape from reality, as I know a lot of us do or did at some point, Yu-Gi-Oh still reproduces systematic inequalities onto itself, so there is no way to escape reality with Yu-Gi-Oh actually, because Konami is part of the capitalist system, and they are evil. But I mean, if we had to make a top 50 of the most evil capitalist companies, Konami would be there. Like any company that profits off of people's gambling addictions is evil. But don't worry, I'm still going to offer you the red-blue pill treatment and say that this is just my opinion, but think about why you really hate leftism. Isn't it because this meritocratic society has led you to believe that quote-unquote doing something makes you more deserving of basic human rights? Think about this really hard and subscribe to my channel if you like meme videos like this, and leave a comment in the description saying, oh boy, you got me if I got you. This video is satire, obviously. Why would anyone take this seriously? Remember to subscribe and like and check these videos out, I guess. That are appearing in the end screen. Or oh god, I hate myself. Thank God that it's over.